Hello, this is Sarah Tutors, and in today's videos we will be going over how to find the least common multiple using the listing multiple method. In this video, mostly you will see LCM, which is an acronym for least common multiple. Before we solve least common multiple, let's define least common multiple. Least common multiple is defined as the smallest number that two or more numbers can go into exactly. Now that we got that out of the way, let's dive right into our first problem. First problem will be finding the least common multiple of 2 and 3. I've already started the first step. This will be finding the first three multiples of 2. So the multiples would be 2 times 1, 2 times 2, and 2 times 3. So what are those? So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 3 is 6. This means the first three multiples of 2 are 2, 4, and 6. Next, we will do the same things with 3. So we will find 3 times 1, 3 times 2, and 3 times 3. Hopefully you know that 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. Next up, we will circle any numbers that we see on both sides. In this problem, that number would be 6. So, the least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. Now, if you're still confused, don't worry, we have a couple more problems, and if you're getting the hang of it, I would recommend maybe watching this video on 2 times speed. The next problem is finding the least common multiple of 4 and 6. First, we are going to find the first 8 multiples of 4. We do this again by doing 4 times 1 all the way through 4 times 8. So these are the first 8 multiples of 4. Later, I'll show you a way to shorten this process. Next, we are going to find the first 8 multiples of 6. Now again, you'll do this by doing 6 times 1 all the way through to 6 times 8. This is what I got for the first 8 multiple of 6. Again, now what you should do is you should circle any numbers you find on both sides. In this problem, we will find 12 and 24. Now that means 12 and 24 are both common multiples of 4 and 6. But today we are finding the least common multiple. And since 12 is the smallest multiple that we found, 12 would be our least common multiple for 4 and 6. Hopefully you find you are getting the hang of this least common multiple stuff. But if not, no worries. This next problems I'm going to do a little differently, and so maybe that method will make more sense to you. Okay, so let's try and find the least common multiple of 5 and 10. Now for this, we'll be listing the multiples out, so it'll be a little different. Now, a hidden strategy, so you don't have to do too many numbers or too little, is since it's 5 and 10, you'll do the first 10 multiples of 5. So let's get on to that. Our first multiple of 5 is just 5. To find the second multiple, you will add 5 to that. 5 plus 5 is 10. To find the third multiple of 5, we will just add 5 to 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. And to find the next multiple, you guessed it, we'll add another 5. This gets us 20. So now I'm going to keep going until I get 10 multiples of 5. 20, I got 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, then 50. These are the first 10 multiples of 5. Next up, we have to find multiples of 10. Now, since it's the least common factor of 5 and 10, we'll be finding the first 5 multiples of 10. Let's start off with the first one, which is just 10. To find the next one, we will add 10 to 10, which is 20. Next, we should add 10 to the 20, which will get us our next multiple of 30. Then, not shockingly, we will add 10 to the 30, which should get you 40. And then we'll add 10 to the 40, which should get you 50. So, our first 5 multiples of 10 are 50. Now, the next step is to circle every number that you see on both sides. These are all the numbers circled. All the numbers circled are common multiples of 5 and 10. But again, we want to find the least. So the least / the smallest number out of all of those is 10. So the least common multiple of 5 and 10 is 10. Next, we will be figuring out the least common multiple of 7 and 11. To start off this problem, we'll want to find the first 11 multiples of 7. This is because it's 7 and 11, so you'll do the first 11 of 7. I've already started it off, and the first multiple of 7 is just 7. Just like the last problem, to find the next one, you'll just add 7 to 7, which should get you 14. And then you'll just add 7 again, which should get you 21, and then you'll add 7 again, which should get you 28. After that, you'll add 7 more, which should get you 35. Next would be 42, then it would be 49. Finally, I'm going to keep going, and that should get you 56, 63, 70, and then 77. And those are the first 11 multiples of 7. Next up, I am going to find the first 7 multiples of 11. And I'm starting us off with 11. You should add 11 to the 11, which will get you 22. And then to find the next one, you'll add 11 to 22, which will get you 33. I'm just going to speed it up, and after that it'll be 44, 55, 66, and 77. Finally, you should circle the number that you see on both sides, which is just 77. So 77 is the least common multiple of 7 and 11. Next problem is finding the least common multiple of 4 and 8. For this problem, I urge you to pause the video and do it yourself. The only way you're going to learn and the skill's going to stick if you practice it without just watching me do it step by step. So take the pause, figure it out, and I'll reveal how to do it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so first what you should have done is find the first 8 multiples of 4 and then the first 4 multiples of 8. You should have circled the numbers that are common on both sides. And finally, you should have crossed out every number but 8, which should get you 8 as the answer for the least common multiple of 4 and 8. Hopefully, you got the last answer, but if not, I'll give you the chance again. So this time we're finding the least common multiple of 9 and 12. So again, pause the video, figure it out, and come back to figure out the answer. I'll reveal how to do it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first step you should have done is find the first 12 multiples of 9. Then you should have found the first 9 multiples of 12. Then you should have circled the numbers you see on both sides. And then crossed out 108 to get you your answer of 72. So the least common multiple of 9 and 12 is 72. Thanks for watching my video on how to find the least common multiple with listing multiples. Now, if you struggled with today's videos, there are many other ways to find the least common multiple. The next video actually will be using prime factorization, which is my favorite way to do it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Have a good day.